The man struggled to reach for a measuring ruler. After tearing open the ruler's packaging with his teeth, he took out a piece of gum and chewed it until it was soft, then firmly stuck it to the tip of the ruler. He then lowered the ruler into the waste bucket. As the phone inside lit up, hope surged through Mark. He frantically attempted to unlock it, but the ruler was too flimsy. With only one hand, he couldn't control it precisely. After 3 failed attempts, the phone was locked for 1 minute. Mark felt a wave of despair. A steel rebar had pierced through one of his arms. Without immediate treatment, he would eventually bleed to death. Worse still, in less than an hour, this place would be demolished by explosives. As the chief architect of the entire project, Mark knew that once the bombs detonated, he would be blown to pieces. The moment the minute passed, he eagerly tried to unlock the phone again. But haste makes waste. The gum detached and stuck directly onto the phone screen. Mark cursed under his breath and reminded himself to stay calm. This was his last piece of gum. Another failure would mean the end. So this time, he was extra careful. Fortunately, nothing went wrong, and the phone unlocked successfully. Overjoyed, Mark immediately tried to call his wife, but his hand slipped unexpectedly, and the call went to his brother instead. This turned out to be a blessing in disguise, as his brother was holding a press conference nearby and could reach him faster. When the call connected, Mark quickly told his brother his location and situation, begging him to come rescue him. His brother first asked if Mark had called the police. Upon learning he hadn't, he assured Mark he would be right there. Before long, Mark heard his brother's car approaching. He shouted desperately for help while banging on everything he could, trying to get his brother's attention. But what Mark never expected was that his brother didn't come to save him. Instead, he draped a green tarp over the entire restroom, completely blocking any view from outside. Mark couldn't understand why his brother would do this. Panic consumed him entirely. Meanwhile, the loudspeaker outside kept reminding him that time until detonation was running out. While suspended there, he noticed a box wedged above him, wondering if it contained anything useful. Fighting through excruciating pain, Mark twisted his body and managed to knock the box down with his feet. Sure enough, inside he found a file. Looking up at the lock above his head, strength surged back into his body. He began sawing at the lock desperately. Before long, he broke through. He then kicked open the restroom door, gradually pushed aside the green tarp, and jammed the ruler into the gap to hold it open. Next, Mark took off his pants and wrapped them around a tool hammer, then set them ablaze with his lighter, creating a makeshift torch. He tossed the torch through the door gap, hoping the thick smoke would attract the attention of those at the press conference. But Mark soon realized a problem. The torch had landed too close to the restroom. All the smoke was drifting back inside through the gaps. At this rate, he would choke to death before anyone noticed him. With no other choice, Mark used his hard hat to scoop wastewater and extinguish the flames himself. With less than 10 minutes until detonation, he had completely lost hope.